Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah.
Melanated!
So I'm here today with my good friend Chris Farah.
Hi!
Who got me onto 90 Day Fiancé, and she's gonna help me review this week's episode, Episode 8. First, let me start off with what I'm wearing on my lips. I'm wearing Milani's a more matte lip cream in Embrace. This is an oldie but goodie. This is not a crazy one, you guys.
I like it. It's real pretty.
Thanks. I just haven't got my upper lip wax. Now, Kathy, thank you so much for telling me that I can color correct, and you're right, girl. I know. I still need to get my lip wax.
It's the best kind of color correct. You just get rid of any of it, you know?
So first we start off with Darcy and Jesse. They're in Amsterdam. They just finished having the conversation with Darcy's kids. Darcy makes that awkward comment about wanting to be married and if Jesse's going to be ready to propose.
The answer is no. You know, I can kind of like predict the future almost, you know?
So first we have Darcy meeting with Jesse's mom, Marion. And
Marion, honey, she's like giving me Glenn Close, you know, she's giving me Betsy Johnson. She's like, you know, some sort of love child between them.
Also like Meryl Streep in that one movie where she's like a rocker mom who doesn't take care of her kids.
Ricky the Flash?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They go and have like dinner or like drinks, midday drinks together, which is really chill.
It's awkward. And like, that woman just turns to her and like gives the advice of the whole series where she's like, take it slow. And it's like, girl, it's called 90 Day Fiancé. None of them are taking it slow.
They sit down, they have the conversation. Darcy's like, hey, so I just want to know if you think that if Jesse's ready for marriage. And Marion just is like, look, I'm going to give you some advice. I'm not your mother, but this is woman to woman. Take it slow. This is my child and you're asking me a ridiculous question. I don't want to make you feel bad or look bad, but you can't be thinking about getting married or my son is ready to get married because you are 42, he is 24, there is no rush. And then like Darcy makes some comment about her wanting to have a family and she feels like she can be the perfect wife for Jesse and that she, you know, has so much love to give or something like that. And it's kind of like, great, now that we're out of the fairy tale of real life, he's 24 years old, woman to woman, like think about what you're doing.
I like it when she's like, I'm not your mother because you're already a mother and we're basically the same age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are the same peer group age. You know what I'm saying?
So that upset Darcy. Darcy was sad, you know, and that didn't go well. It looked like she was about to cry in front of this woman, which I was like, Darcy, get a hold of yourself.
Time that's happened.
Get a hold of yourself, Darcy. Get a hold of yourself. So after that, we move on to Patrick and Miriam. Patrick wakes up on someone's couch, so I'm not sure exactly where he's staying in Paris. I don't know if it's an Airbnb situation but it's definitely not a hotel, and I want to know what's up.
It's like €10 for like one night on this guy's couch.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm sad because I'm not waking up next to Miriam. I'm like, first of all, we do know that she's Muslim, so she probably wouldn't have spent the night. And secondly, on someone's couch? Bruh. What? Someone's IKEA couch? What?
And also, we talked about this, like, what is this, like, Best Buy blue polo that he's, like, paused with in front of, like, the Champs-Élysées?
Yeah.
It kills my soul.
He gets off of the plane and he's wearing, like, a fake Versace, like, situation and some, like, red pants. So you're like, oh, he's hip and he's with it. And then for his, like, still, it's, like, him in this ugly polo and some black pants. I'm just like, what happened to, oh, there's the Kentucky boy. There you are.
You want to be like, hey, can you show me the Samsung TVs? I like Patrick a lot, I just want to say. But Miriam is so cute, and he just like is so obsessed with her, even though she has a boyfriend. It does not matter.
Now he's like regretting his trip to Paris, and I guess I'm just not like, I don't understand love, but like, here's my thing. If I'm going to a foreign country to meet somebody that I'm in love with, I'm going to think of what could go wrong. And one of those things going wrong is that they're a jerk and I need a plan to be.
Yeah.
And for some reason, and this is not like to foreshadow on Courtney, who wasn't in this episode, but Courtney and Patrick are going through the same thing where they're in this other country and then they're there and they're bummed out. I get you, but girl, get you a hotel, get you a tourist map.
Plan B.
Yeah, get you a tourist map and go live
plan
your
C.
life.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like ready to not hang out with her. He calls his mom, and this is the conversation. Patrick! Ma'am. Patrick! Ma'am. You went all the way to Paris? I'm just like, you act
he
like...
He says ma'am so fast, so it's like, Patrick, ma'am! Patrick, ma'am!
You knew this was a possibility. This whole idea of like he's spent so much time and he put everything on the line. Like, okay, you put everything on the line 2 weeks without your daughter. Like, what is your life like? Where putting everything on the line is going to Paris and not spending 2 weeks with your child. Maybe I don't understand love. Anyways, he decides that he's going to, after he walks around, you know, Paris like he knows exactly where he's going, and has a conversation with his mother on a random street corner. He talks to her. She says, have fun, enjoy yourself. And he's like, all right. And he licks his giant lips and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna have fun. Whatever. So now we move on to Jenny and Larry. Jenny, remember from last episode, Jenny is like, don't worry, babe. No one here is going to eat you, because like Larry randomly starts talking to like random Filipino people, telling them why he's dropping candy all over the place.
Oh my God.
So weird. So they get into the cab and he's like, your feet hurt? He starts to rub Jenny's feet. Listen, on one level, I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. He really loves her. On the other hand, I'm just like, those sweaty, dirty toes are in his fingers right when he gets off the plane. Like, it's gross.
Yeah, I think it's gross too. And like, my nickname for him is 401 Clary.
Oh my God.
401 Clary.
They keep telling us how he spent his 401k, and I keep getting upset. I keep getting like
401 Clary.
So mad. Like it just makes me so mad. I want them to stop saying it, because the more they say it, the more I'm like, this idiot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think that about Larry.
You should be, because that's exactly what 401 Clary is. You know? So.
And also, he's a little like gossiping Gary, because he told Jenny about what his cousin Buster and his wife said about her.
He didn't have to say it.
He straight up told Jenny, yeah, my family says that you might be playing me. Why? Why, Larry? Why did you have to tell her that? And now you're causing derision between her and your family because you just can't keep your mouth shut. Like,
also, she's like, I'll give you my password and everything. And he's like, no, it's okay. But it's like, you should have taken it. Like, that's the whole point of you doing that tactic anyway. Like, she kind of, like, I would have just been like, all right, give it to me.
I can't.
Let's check this shit out.
I wish somebody would ask me for my password or offer to give me their password. I would be so upset. Like, I don't want your fucking password. Shit's weird. Don't even have their own emails. Their email account is them and their husband. Jenny and Larry then go to a hotel. Turns out that Jenny lives about 5 hours outside of Manila, and so he gets this quote-unquote luxury hotel.
Not luxury.
I mean, just,
no, that is a mid-range Hyatt.
They get into this hotel room, and she's like, let's go out and sightseeing. He's like, no, let's lay on the bed and love each other or whatever. And he again says that he keeps spending his 401k. Jesus Christ.
401 Clary.
So next we go to Abby and Sean. So Abby and Sean are at this waterfall because Abby claims that she wanted to take him around to like get his mind off of Chris. Okay, producers, thank you for that line. Citadel, and then they go to this waterfall area, and it looks like they're having a good time. Sean takes a picture of Abby, and it's terrible, but it was really sweet. Like, just no light on her face, just ridiculous. But her outfit's cute. Her outfit's cute. Like, she's that pop of pink and purple are really popping on her, and I was feeling it. When they go to the Citadel part, Abby and Sean get into a fight about Chris, and it turns out that like Sean really just thinks that there's something still going on. Like,
there is. I love how much like they have a type. Like, God bless these like weird older like beta white males who just like love like Asian females that think are submissive or whatever, but then like
I don't even feel like,
because Chris is,
I don't even feel like Sean's a beta. Like, I think Chris is a beta. I feel something more about him, but we'll get to Chris when it comes time for that. We'll get to Chris. So now we jump back to Darcy and Jesse. Now this is where it heats up with these two. So
she's been drinking, you know, ever since the mom. She just like that mom thing happened, and she's just been throwing them back ever since. Like, goes to a bar by herself, is like drinking. Like,
when Jesse gets home, Jesse is expecting Darcy to be there, and she's not. So he's in this like weird kimono silk robe that I'm just not into. And he like lights a candle, puts like the fireplace on the TV to make it look like, you know, ambiance. Puts
90s
some, like,
sexy.
Yeah, puts some like lights in a balloon and puts it on the bed. And he's
that was the weirdest part.
He's like, she's not here, and I don't know where she is. I expected her to be here when I got home, and I'm like,
texting her like, you come home now.
Oh yeah, come home now. And it's basically because he has like things to do in the morning. I'm not sure why he can't just go to sleep, or maybe her coming in is gonna upset him, but like, girl, like all of that, you come home now because like we gotta go to sleep. Business is not Juan Jamelino, it's 100%. Darcy gets home, and when she gets in there, like she sits down. He can tell she's a little loosey-goosey or whatever.
Just a little loosey-goosey.
He can tell. And so she sits down, and he's like, oh babe, you know, trying to like give, I guess, good news about the fact that he found a dresser for her and that she's not gonna have to have her stuff in a suitcase.
But just like, can we play over can we do it? I'll be her, you be him.
All right, so here's what happened. Babe.
Hi.
I was looking online and I found a dresser for you.
Can't just keep having my clothes everywhere.
I know you can't keep living out of a suitcase. That's what I'm saying. If you let me finish, then that's what I'm saying.
Let you finish?
I mean, I'm trying to tell you what I have, that I'm saying you need a dresser and I found a dresser for you. So it's no problem.
You can't control me. You can't tell me what to do. I can do whatever. If I want to have a drink, I have a drink.
Well, I mean, I think you've had lots of drinks.
You can't tell me not to have drinks or where to keep my dresser. That's it.
It was just like, it was really weird. So
we're on her side, but she was drunk.
Yeah, I'm on her side, but like, I don't care that she was drunk. Like, he's 24, like, shut up. I don't care. Anyways, and I don't know if
she
it's
did
editing.
It obviously because she couldn't like confront what she really needs to do, which is communicate with him that he's being too controlling. So she just like
communicate to him that she wants to be married and he's saying no to the marriage. That's what's
communicate
really
that. Communicate. You have to have your mom like be more into this. That like her creepy ass fucking lover can't pretend that or can't say that like I'm beneath you in every way. Like you should be standing up for me in these moments. She's not saying any of that, and instead she's just like gulp, 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 gulp,
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yes.
Oh. So now we move back to Larry and Jenny. Okay, so we find out in this little bit between Larry and Jenny that, one, Larry wants to wait until they're married because he said that all the other women that he's been with have dumped him and left him.
Thanks.
Secondly, the last time he's had sex was 14 years ago when his youngest son, Lucian, was born.
Yes. He put one in her, and then
a baby came out, and she never wanted it.
Never had it.
14 years ago. And so he feels like him and Jenny should wait till they get married. And Jenny's like, fuck yeah, whatever, I'll wait, because she's claiming to be a virgin.
But she's no virgin.
Especially because all her boyfriends have been from the United States. So either one, they've come to the Philippines to visit her, or two, she's just been over the phone with them. So I feel like any guy who comes to the Philippines to visit you, if she has had those boyfriends come to the Philippines, they've knocked boots. Mm-hmm. Larry still feels like he's holding out, that he doesn't know if Jenny is telling the truth, which I'm just like, maybe he's saying this for the cameras because it doesn't look like it. When he's around her, he just keeps kissing and holding her and saying how perfect she is and that he really wants her to be his wife and he wants to propose to her after 21 days and yeah, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea how that went down.
I do love the lipstick.
Thanks. So next we go to Patrick and Miriam, and he agrees to meet her because he's like, I'm gonna make the best of this day. He's like, I'm gonna make the best of this day, the most of my time being in Paris. So, he walks up to Miriam and she is wearing the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen any human being wear in my life. Like, for her to be as cute as she is and with it, like, what the fuck was happening,
almost
Miriam?
So Parisian that she just like,
no, it wasn't even, it was just like a emerald green, beautiful, like, tunic dress, instead of putting some black leggings on and like some black flats, homegirl put on some faded jeggings and like some red shoes.
It's just so French, though.
This is Patrick's master plan. Patrick is going to show Miriam that he's the right person for her in this time.
Yeah, so that she doesn't think that he's a Jason Derulo. No.
Oh, yeah, someone you guys called out that he's a Walmart Jason Derulo. She said it was a Walmart.
Bargain basement, honey.
Jason Derulo.
I still think he's hot, though.
So Patrick is just kind of like doing all these things, trying to be this great Southern gentleman. He's flipping off of things. He's making Miriam giggle.
Yeah,
he's like dancing
walking, I guess,
and doing all kinds of stuff. And like she's into it, and I'm not, So next we move on to Jesse and Darcy again. Girl! Darcy has moved out and gotten herself a hotel. And this is when I was like, yes, boss bitch, Darcy. Okay?
Yeah, because she's the only one.
Yeah. Darcy did not have to stay with Jesse. She stayed with Jesse because she wanted to cuddle up and be cute with his dumb ass. She was like, listen, I'm going home now. I'm going to my own hotel and we'll see what happens. She's a little tipsy for sure, but I think that he stepped over the line. Again, I don't know if it's editing or not. He stepped over the line and was a little too gruff with her, especially because she's a grown-ass woman. He's a little ex-kid.
With kids. You can't be telling that woman what to do like when she has kids at home.
Yeah, absolutely not.
She's
I don't care how drunk she is.
myself like 4.5-star place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, stretch out one night. I mean, she's real small, so she can stretch out on a twin.
And she actually looks better without any makeup on. For whatever reason, I liked her.
That's what he says.
So yeah, she took her ass to a little hotel that she, it costs a lot of money because she'd just get it on the spot, charge it, House of 11. Thank you very much, Darcy and her sister, right? So she, handled her business.
Wait, is House of 11 that reality show that you said she was on?
No, House of 11 is her brand.
Oh, yeah.
Her and her sister's company. Then there's like this awkward drama between the producers and Jessie, where Jessie is like, I don't know where she went. Then like the next morning, and that, her attitude needs to change and she can't be acting like that. Like, I'm not sure what happened. Like, he's saying that she ran into the bushes. Like, they don't have all that on film. I would love to
How do you not have that on film? Like, strike number one. Like, that, like, if you're doing a show like that, there has to be 24-hour cameras.
And it's like, she ran into the bushes. I was calling her, I couldn't find her. Like, she can't be acting like that. First of all, yes, you're right. But she's still grown, and she doesn't owe you shit. She's crazy. She's grown. For some reason, she thought she was gonna come to understand and be with this boy. But he is controlling and fucking, like, judgmental.
There's something a little, like, Christian gay about him. And that's my, like, combination of Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, but also gay, But
then, like, not rich. So, yeah, he's saying now that he told the producer he doubts this whole relationship with her now. And I'm just like, because she got a little tipsy and, like, yelled at you? Like, man up. So now we move to Scaby Abby and Sean. You guys, when you guys first told me it was scabies, I looked it up and I didn't sleep that night. I'm so glad she wasn't in last week's episode because
disgusting.
Lice that burrow into your skin? Like, how are you guys even just like saying like, oh, it sounds like scabies, haha. No. Have you looked it up? You can't just get rid of scabies. You have to take like scalding hot baths with like oils in them every night, and like you have to shower yourself in diatomaceous earth, and you have to like drink the neem oil tea. It's like a whole 17 to 30 day process to get these shits out of your body because they like have a cycle of like laying eggs and shit. Exactly. I couldn't fucking sleep. How dare you? Anyway, so we get back to them, and Abby goes to the airport to pick up Chris, who also has scabies. It's just something that happens in the Caribbean. It's like me being upset about somebody who has bed bugs, and you guys know that I've had, like, can't even talk about it. Anyway, so she goes to the airport and she picks up Chris, and Chris is so excited, and she reminds him when he first sees her, not on the mouth, like, don't kiss me on the mouth. So, red flag.
Not here like you usually do.
Yeah.
Is that racist? A little bit.
How's it racist?
My voice of her?
No.
Great.
He's like, okay, and he kisses her on the forehead. Then they get into the cab. He's like caressing her hand while they're in the cab. Then he asks when they can talk without microphones. Like, Chris wants him some of Abby. And perhaps Abby broke up with him because, I don't know why, maybe marriage stuff, maybe just like he wasn't trying to be serious. Because he only lives in...
I don't think he was trying to be serious. So maybe she thinks that she can do that thing where she like parades a new one and try and make him jealous, That's exactly what I feel like she's doing.
That's great if that's what she's trying to do. Because she's like, you're going to meet my baby. And I'm just like, if that's your ex-boyfriend, you don't say that.
Yeah. You're going to, like, that is exactly it. I love that.
Guys, it was bad. She's like playing Sean for real. And Sean has a very real reason to be upset. Chris lives 6 months out of the year in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
He has way more fucking money than Sean.
Yeah.
He's way more money than Sean. He's taller than Sean. He's more masculine than Sean.
Definitely taller.
There's something about him that I'm just like, oh yeah, I can see why you like. Listen, 20 years prior, when Chris was 43, I'd holla. Yeah, so Sean and Abby, drama. Oh, and there's like a sneak preview, you guys, for next week is going to be so good. I don't know, I heard something about like Karini's crying, Paul runs away like a weirdo up some like steps, and then I hear somebody got
mugged with a machete.
Mugged with a machete. Like somebody came up to him with a machete and was like, give me all you got. And he was like, oh. I feel like if somebody comes up to me with a machete, I'm just going to run. Like they're not going to just throw it at me.
Is a machete? A machete?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how my dad calls it. My dad calls it a machete.
Okay.
And since how my dad's from like the Caribbean, I'm gonna go ahead and go with machete. All right, guys, that's the end of this episode. If you'd like to join the conversation, please leave a comment down below. I'm eager to hear what you guys thought of this episode. Thank you so much to my good friend Chris Fair for introducing me to 90 Day Fiancé and for doing this episode with me.
I love you.
If you guys watched us during the Bachelorette, like, we had a blast. I don't know if we're gonna do any more Bachelorette things, other Bachelor things if it comes around.
Tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah. And I think that is it. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Okay, bye.